Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a tier list. Now if you've not seen a tier list before, they're quite popular on YouTube, but it normally goes from S, A, B, C and D, but now I have changed it to cruise ship theme. So I've got suite being the best, balcony, ocean view, internal, and internal bunk bed being the worst. So in this video I'm going to be ranking the ships I have been on. I've been on 26 cruises and have done 15 different ships on 5 different companies. So I've been on quite the most popular brands in the world, so I thought I could give you guys some information on some of the ships. So hopefully some of you watching will have been on some of these cruises. So let's get into it. So we're going to start off with my first one I've ever done, Independence of the Seas. First time I did it was in 2011, and I have done it 10 times. Booked on it for the 11th time. What I really love about this ship, obviously it was my first one and it got me into cruising. But it was just that in 2019 I did it quite a lot, and I got to learn the crew on board, and when I came back on a few times they knew what I wanted, and it just gave a really amazing experience. And there is something about Independence of the Seas that just makes it different to other ships. Don't know what it is, but I do really love the Independence of the Seas, and it's got to go in the suite tier, the top tier for me. Just because it's just a special ship to me. And if you are booked on it, you're going to have an amazing time. It's a really good ship. The refurb back in 2018 really did bring it up to the recent spec of Royal Caribbean. Before then it was a little bit, but especially adding that Playmakers was an absolute game changer. Now we're going to move on to Adventure of the Seas, my second ever ship. These goes in order of the ships I went on them. So you'll see how my opinion has changed as the older I get. Adventure of the Seas, I've been on it twice. I'm going to put in Ocean View. Just a really good holiday, but just nothing really special about the ship. But it was a really good holiday. I did enjoy it, and I do love Royal Caribbean, as you guys know. Now this one, Celebrity Eclipse. Now, looking at it now as an adult, maybe I would enjoy it more. I'm on Celebrity Apex next year, which I'm really, really looking forward to, their new class of ship. But going from these two to that when I was 14, 15, it was a big, not downgrade for me, but like in a sense of actually like a downgrade. But I mean, as a teen going from Flow Riders, Rock Wars, all this stuff to do to not being a really small kids club, half a football court. So looking in on it then it wasn't the best. So like for ship wise, it'd probably be in internal, but because it was one of my favourite places I ever went, Norway, and it was really cool. The Eclipse, or this Silhouette class I think it's called, has like the lawn on top with like the grass, and it was really cool sitting there and watching the fjords. And I love the fjords way more than I thought. Definitely a cruise, if you've not done it, get booked on a fjords cruise. They are amazing. But because of the place, I'm going to put it in Ocean View, just because of the place. Like I said, looking back, the ship isn't as bad as maybe as I thought as a teenager, but it wasn't as good as Independence or Adventure. Now, Anthem of the Seas. So Anthem of the Seas, I've only ever been on it in 3 nights. I'm on it for 2 weeks next month, so maybe after the 2 weeks it will be here. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. We didn't get to see the show in 270. We will rock you. I didn't realise the hot dogs were free till after we should have got off the ship, but we paid for extra time. So I'm looking forward to the 2 weeks on it to actually try it properly and get everything done on it. I think I did do most things, but it was just rush. It's 3 days. You had to get the bumper cars, the skydiving, the flow rider, the rock wall. You had to do everything in those 3 days, and then there was queues for everything, obviously, because it was just people were on there for a limited time. It was a brand new ship then, and people wanted to do everything. North Star as well. There's that as well. So I like to go on 2 weeks when it's a bit more chilled, relaxed. We've got time to properly rate it, see all the shows, especially the one in the 270. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So maybe after 2 weeks it'll move up to here, but just for now, it's there. Now, Norwegian Escape. Now, this one, I don't know if I can really count it. It was a 1 night cruise. Technically I set sailed, so it counts, but the food, so basically, probably because it was 1 night, I can't really rate it there, but just because of the food, it's the first time I ever did teppanyaki, so I'd move up to here, and the teppanyaki of the food I had was amazing. We went on 3 nights on here, and then we literally went straight across to here. And we had literally one of the rooms right on the front, literally right under that like nose thing here, right there. That was a really cool room. We had like a little separate area. It was like a family room. But if you ask my dad, I didn't see enough of it. I fell asleep quite early. We were knackered after 3 days on here. And he would never let me leave that down. So it has to go there, but the food was amazing. And what I saw of the ship was amazing. It rained. They weren't going to open the water slides, and everyone said, we're only on here for 1 night, open the water slides, and they did. But the one thing that was bad about it for the 1 night was the muster drill. So we're on here for 1 night. People weren't going to the muster drill, but they wouldn't start it till everybody was scanned in, and it took forever. I remember taking it like an hour, and we got there early because my mum is in a wheelchair, so we would go right down early because of the lifts and whatnot. And it just it took forever. It really did. And everyone was like, we're there for 1 night, just get on with it. But for the food, and I remember enjoying it really well, it's got to go here. And what I saw of the ship did it really cool. I'd love to do a Norwegian one, especially at new Prima ships. But yeah, that one goes in Ocean View. Now we're going on Harmony of the Seas. Now, Harmony of the Seas is a special one. First ever maiden voyage I did. So it's going to have to go there. On the first Oasis class I ever did. It was like the new Oasis class because it was the first one with the water slides and the Ultimate Abyss. It debuted from Southampton. There was, if you guys remember, loads of bad press about it because we were on the inaugural, but there was 2 pre-inaugurals where the ship wasn't fully ready. I don't know if I agree with Royal Caribbean for doing that, but obviously it had loads of press and travel agents, but then they did sell a few cabins, but the ship wasn't ready, and Royal Caribbean have not brought a new ship to Southampton since. So, I don't know if that says a lot, but yeah, they got ripped into a ship not ready, this is a terrible cruise, blah blah blah, this windows missing, even if there was a window missing, it would, but I don't know if I'm just biased, because you know how the English media like to twist things. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was Southampton to Barcelona. We did the maiden voyage. We had all parties, had all the flags. I got the flags up there. I got the coin somewhere there. Amazing time to do an inaugural cruise, especially on the largest ship in the world. I was one of the first person to do the Ultimate Abyss on the ship. We usually did it the first thing we did. So I just think it was a really cool experience to do a maiden voyage, especially when it was that. And like if you've ever been to Southampton with Mayflower Park, absolutely packed. It was just a really cool experience. They counted down and we set sailed. If you ever do a maiden voyage, I know some people say to avoid them, but I really do think the only one I would avoid is Virgin, but I can get onto that one later. But I really did we got special bottles, and it's just a really good keepsake. We've got some stuff. Now, Navigator of the Seas, I guess for that balcony. It's better than Adventure, not as good as Indie, but what was so good about that 2-week cruise was everybody was in such a good mood. Staff, passengers, it was just like an amazing vibe on that ship. Navigator, that 2-week cruise, don't know what it's about it, don't know if it was just like the sea air. Everybody was just in a great mood. So that's why it's got to go there. I didn't go on it since the upgrades, it was before that, so it's now got all these water slides which will make it a bit better. But there's just something about that cruise, it was amazing. I really, really enjoyed myself, but it's not enough for there, but it was amazing. Now, Symphony of the Seas, the first ever cruise. So now all these cruises. Oh no, Britannia. Oh, it's not in the right order. Alright, Britannia after. Yeah, this is in the right order. So we did Britannia, then we did I don't know. Okay, we'll just do Britannia. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I'm putting Britannia dead bottom. Few reasons behind it. No, maybe one reason. We did Independence of the Seas for 2 weeks, and then we went straight to do a 2-night on Britannia. Maybe that's why we don't rate it as high, because it is our favourite ship to a new ship, a very different ship. But I genuinely think Britannia is one of the worst designed. I know it's probably older, worst designed ones, but modern cruise ships, one of the worst designed cruise ships I've ever been on. Now, I don't really like the atriums, so that might be a thing, but I don't know, something about Britannia, didn't like it at all. The staff were all friendly, the food was good, but it just wasn't great. I didn't really enjoy it, so it's going internal bunk bed for me. I don't know if there's weird, and I remember the balconies being really small, and it just wasn't great. I don't know. I know people love Pinot and they love Britannia, but just isn't for me. I'm more of a Royal Caribbean guy, as you can see. But yeah, it might just be biased, but I just didn't like the design of the ship. Symphony of the Seas. Now all these from now on was when I was an adult. So Symphony of the Seas, as it was the first time I travelled by myself, I'm gonna put it. And I had my favourite, one of my favourite rooms. I think Wonders overtook that, but that goes like that. Thinking about it, don't know. But I had the Central Park balcony. I specifically booked that room because I had an internal harmony, but I just loved Central Park. So when I made sure I went on there, I booked a Central Park, and amazing. Genuinely, I know people like to see the ocean, but you can on all these other ships, apart from these two, all these ships you can get a view of the ocean. Only on these two and that one and all the other ones, you can get a view of a park, of an internal balcony, and it gives it it's just a bit different. You can go up deck and see the ocean, but I just really like, and also when it's windy, you can't really use your balcony. But on Wonder, we use our balcony loads in Central Park, and we could settle there and play cards, and just because you're sheltered, you can use it a lot more, in my opinion. So, yeah, Central Park balcony really puts that one in because it was one of my favourite rooms, and the ship is obviously amazing. I do like the Oasis class. I love the Oasis class, but yeah, and I like sitting here where the running track is, and there's some seats there. Amazing place to watch it. Really quiet place as well. Now, as you can see down here, I went on a bit of an MSC phase. They do the best solo rates. Well, at that point, they're not that great now since after all this pandemic stuff and all this. But I got some really good deals on this. This is MSC Bellissima. I'm gonna have to put it in balcony. My first solo cruise ever. I literally saw it like 2 weeks before, and it was like for 2 nights. It was like £130, and like the flights were like £50, and I thought, why not go and see a new ship? So I got on. It was half of the maiden voyage, and actually Bellissima is where this channel got invented, basically, and got made. So basically, I saw everyone doing ship tours and room tours. I was sat there in my balcony. I got upgraded to a balcony as well, which was an extra bonus as well. And I thought I could just go film my room. I bought my GoPro, and I thought I could just film this and make a channel and stick it on YouTube. And it got 5,000 views, and I was thinking, this could be a thing. And now here we are today. But originally it was called Cruising with David. But if you do watch cruising YouTube a lot, there is another channel called Cruising with Ben and David, who are a lot bigger and better than I am. But I came back and I thought, if I carry on with that name, it's going to get muddled up with them, and they're going to be seen more than me. So that's when I came up with, well, I didn't come up, my mum came up with the name Shipface. I changed it, rebranding everything, and now, here we are today. Just a little backstory of where Shipface started. And then, so it goes in there, and I really enjoyed it solo. And then again, I literally got off that, and then I saw October that Grandiosa was coming out. So I booked a solo internal on there, and the solo internal was one of my favourite rooms. I don't know what it was about it. I think it was just perfectly formed or something, and just exactly what I needed, and I really enjoyed it. Well, if you watched my channel before, I've done MSC Virtuosa. That's why I properly launched this channel on Virtuosa. But those two, I did a few videos. I did the room tours. I did some reviews. I wasn't fully on it. I was still in the phase of starting YouTube. Not doing it very often. But I was just because I've done Virtuosa Yacht Club, but I have done MSC Not Yacht Club, and I really enjoyed myself. So just because I do the reviews on the Yacht Club, and it's really good in there, MSC normally is fine. At the moment, I keep seeing loads of people slating MSC, especially Virtuosa in the UK. Oh my god, I keep seeing bad review after bad review on Facebook, on YouTube, and I really, like I said, I've only done Virtuosa on Yacht Club, but I've done Grandiosa and Bellissima normally, and it's I don't know what MSC is a bit different. They're an Italian cruise line. They very stick to being about Italy and Italia, and I like that about them. They're a bit different. So it's just I don't know if people, because I watched a video recently and it was the CEO actually said it when I met him in May. He was like May on the 1st, 2021. He said lots of people came on, hadn't done a cruise in ages, and everyone was like, this is not like P&O. And that's exactly what that YouTube video said. So it's like maybe people are too stuck up to, not stuck up, but too in their ways of this one, like I am with Royal Caribbean. They do MSC and it's completely different to P&O, and they don't like it. So that might be part of the reason. But I really do love MSC. I wouldn't read much into the comments. Try it yourself if I really do think they're a good company. Virtuosa has to go in sweet, where I really launched this channel. Did my ship tour on the first ever cruise back from the pandemic from Southampton, and I haven't really looked back since. So that's a really special ship for me, because it's where we got here where we are today because of it. So yeah, it has to go there. And that is the first one I did. Yacht Club. Yacht Club is amazing. If you can ever go in Yacht Club or try and bid to win a Yacht Club upgrade, try and do it, because it really is worth the extra money. Now, one of the newest companies, cruise companies in the world at the moment, Virgin Voyages. Here, I like what they stand for. They're trying to be different, but I think it's not for me. The ship, if you're talking about food on Virgin Voyages, up here, but it's just not very. The pool is pathetic. The entertainment is very. You can watch the one in Red Room, and there's some other stuff, but not really for me. The ship is just a bit weird. I do like the hammock on the balcony. That is a good plus, but I'm not sure if it's for me. And the free arcade up here as well. But in general, the company, I think it's done there. I can see what they tried to do and what market they tried to go for, but I think they've just missed the mark by it. But we'll see how they change and evolve in the future. P&O Iona here. I prefer it because it's a better upgrade to what Britannia was. It's so much better. The atrium is so much better with the big window. Entertainment, I think, is better. Food is better. The design of the ship, it's not designed like these lot with the promenades, but it's so much better than Britannia, in my opinion. I really did enjoy myself. Maybe because I went with Norway, it might go up here, but I'm just going to leave it down there. And then Wonder of the Seas, there, probably here. So I think because they basically looked at what wasn't what. So obviously they did Oasis in the Law. Then these two came out as like an upgraded version of it, and then they came out with Wonder to like, and they just put everything that the colourful deck, the lime and coconut, amazing. The upgraded Aqua Theatre so they can reflect stuff on the back, amazing. They really done and upgraded it really well on Wonder of the Seas. They put like the best of everything and upgraded it better on there. And Wonder of the Seas genuinely is one of the best ships out there. I genuinely think so. If you're looking for big ships, obviously, but yeah, that will be my list. So Independence, Wonder, Harmony, Symphony, Virtuosa, then Navigator, Bellissima, Grandiosa, Adventure of the Seas, Celebrity Eclipse. I'll move them. I'll move it like that. There you go. Norwegian Escape and Celebrity Eclipse, Virgin Voyages, Valiant Lady, P&O Iona, and P&O Britannia. Like I said, I am very Royal Caribbean biased. As you can see, the top 4 are Royal Caribbean. But hey, you do your first, and that's kind of what you compare everything to. And yeah, this is my list. Like I said, if you have anything different, if you think Britannia is the best ship in the world, put in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions on what I've said about this. If you think Adventure is the best ship you've ever been on, please let me know in the comments. Or I'd love to have any conversations with any of you about any of these ships. So If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you like this, please give the video a like. I can do more of this. I can do like the rooms I've done. I can do it on the companies. I can figure out loads of ways I can do something like this. So definitely leave a like on the button. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shitface there. I'll see you guys in the next video.